One thing I can say about this corrupted, accursed ass country is that we're heavily privileged as opposed to many other countries around the world, but boy are we the laughing stock sometimes. We may have some sort of freedom and privileges, but boy, some of our qualities make zero fucking sense. Citizens from other countries like Europe clown the fuck out of us for some things, and one of those things is our schooling system. Elementary schools here are chill, as it's basically just having no worries, playing around, doing fun activities, making friends, learning shit you've never learned about before, and going home to have some more fun. But where it really all changes is where you get to middle school and up to high school. That's where it gets wicked here in America, with more freedom and choice of expression. And today I'm going to go over and explain American public schooling in a nutshell if you are a foreign exchange student new to the US, as well as some stereotypes along with them. Let's get into it. High school. Starting off as a 9th grade freshman. If you thought middle school is where shit gets crazy, high school is where everything changes. This is where the slander mostly goes to, and also stereotypes derive from. Freshman year of high school, you're introduced to an even bigger school with even more kids, so finding classes are even harder. Sports are like the main event, as now schools pour 45% of their annual income into it. Motherfuckers be treating that shit like it's college, but no, like seriously, the amount of money these 6A schools have is insane. But these college ass high school campuses in Texas and fucking NFL ass stadiums and locker rooms, like this is a high school's football stadium in my state near me, and I'm in Oklahoma, bro. Like dude. And in Texas Allen High School, it is quite literally a college with how much shit they have and the size of it, having fucking fast food restaurants and cafeterias and hyper advanced classes. But anywho, classes are even more boring with old ass teachers sometimes. For lunch, depending on what school you're attending, you could possibly get the privilege to leave campus for lunch, which is a goated plus about high school, because the school lunch is hot dookie ass. Motherfuckers will hightail it to the cafeteria during lunch just to get some fried horse balls with a side of toenail clippings and breast milk and tear that shit up like they ain't never had a meal before. Middle school and high school lunch sucks. Pep rallies are better, I guess. Fights and bullying are even more apparent. Relationships start to skyrocket, as you'll see some couples not giving a fuck about PDA in the halls, French kissing and grabbing ass in the middle of the hallway. Like bro, move the fuck around. You walk into the bathrooms and it's a whole fucking party of Edgars hotboxing the whole bathroom with vapes. Or if it's not that, then it's YNs fighting, throwing hands when you're just trying to use the bathroom and take a shit in peace, which you can never take a shit in a public school bathroom, as you'll regret it for the rest of your life if some hooligans come in there with you. But enough about the individual high school experience. Now it's time to talk about the students. Oh boy, this is where the stereotypes come, and I'm about to list them now. First, you have the YNs, the black kids that show up to schools in the shiesties, Nike techs, wanting to act hard even though a vast majority of them probably live in the suburbs, living a peaceful life, but blast YB in the hallways, always starting fights, talking about gangbanging and shit. Or you got the hot Cheeto girls that always start fights as well, but for dumbass reasons, or for no reason at all, with other girls over a fucking dude. They always talk back to the teachers when they're just doing their job, telling them to shut the fuck up, being loud as hell in class for no reason at 7 in the morning. You got the class dork that Naruto runs around school in a polyester Naruto hoodie or creeper jacket with a mask and glasses, having a weak ass haircut and being cringe, smelling like straight bounce that ass, bringing their Nintendo Switch everywhere they go. You got the edgy white kids, or as we all know them as school threats, always having a rough time at home, but one wrong altercation at school and the next day they're showing up with something to fix the problem for everyone. I don't understand how they always get access to these guns and how every time it's the same mentally deranged looking kid. These schools and especially parents do a horrible job helping out and monitoring these type of kids. America gets the most flack about school shootings and how it's crazy how shit like this even is allowed to happen as opposed to other countries. You got the super seniors that got held back like 5 times and are damn near in their 20s trying to groom and hit on freshmen, full beards and all. And for the teachers, you got the history teachers that are just sports coaches that know nothing about history. They just choose the easiest class that they can go off a textbook and teach. The English teachers that will laser beam your brain out of your socket if they get a sixth sense that your phone is exposed out of your pocket. A school shooting can be going on and they'll smite you for trying to call the cops. Phones are a sin to English teachers. You got the math teachers that show nothing but fucking alien hieroglyphics and symbols as math equations on the smartboard for like 5 seconds and immediately change the slide as you're trying to take notes, and then they get pissed at you for not knowing what the fuck to do on quizzes. And then you got the science teacher that swears up and down that you guys will be doing lab experiments at the beginning of the year, but by the time the semester ends you've mostly done tests and quizzes and maybe have done one lab ever since then, which was mixing dish soap and hand sanitizer and lighting that shit on fire with a match. Like high school within itself is a fucking joke. The homework fucking sucks. Like what makes high school fun is the people. The people makes the whole experience. By the time you get to your senior year in 12th grade, of course you got homecoming and prom, which are fun events, but to me prom is just going to a high school gym decorated with cheap shit, charging you an arm and a leg for tickets just to go inside and hear the same replayed ass music since 2015 and up. You rent a $200 suit in an expensive ass car just for one night, and to me it's all a waste of time and money. If you want to make memories, you can just go to parties and take take pictures outside of school, to be honest. But then you graduate at the end of May and you finally set off to be an adult. You go to college or work full time or become unemployed. But there you go. That is the American public school experience in a nutshell. If I forgot some things, let me know. But I'll see y'all.